Hello and welcome to this first video for BuyBuyPick, which is a website that I will be launching pretty soon, I hope. And with that, I'm saying hope because unfortunately I haven't started yet, but I have the idea and I want to tell you about this Bitcoin's price. So right now we are gonna set the Bitcoin chart. We have X. Let's see. Hold on. When you go to tradingview.com, you click on, you select whatever exchange you have interest in, and then you say XBT. That's what Kraken calls Bitcoin. Other exchanges call it BTC. But this one calls it XBT, US dollar, and then that will be the exchange. And we have a graph set to 4 hours. Each little stick is worth 4 hours time. The time here is, I think, is New York 5 UTC 5. And we have a figure forming. Let's see if we can get the 6 hours. If this doesn't have the 6, that's okay. I'm gonna pull up another one. Hold on 1 second, my friends. Who has a 6 here? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to go into my history and I'm going to pull up 2 tabs that were closed. Here, there you have it. Should be this chart right here. Does have 6. This is called Coinigy. It's a paid service where you can get some free time. Now, if you see here, there's a head and shoulders, right? Now, I'm going to show you. I downloaded this from the internet. And then I printed it. Okay. So then you have the head and shoulders. Pattern, just like the one showing in the video here in the graph. Head and shoulders, and then it's going to go down a little bit. That's okay. That's what the chart says it's going to do. And what's important is sometimes it stops right by the neck level, which this will be the neck level because there's a line of support right here. But if it keeps going down, it's okay. Then the head and shoulder will be formed. And now here looks like another little figure. So let's go and try to hunt for the other little figure. If nothing is formed yet, okay. So what you do with this exchange stuff is you try to match what's the behavior on the orders, this orders right here, and the behavior on the graph to find out. Now, by the way, this is like, but it's almost the same as Bitcoin for now, because they're a huge correlation. Like Bitcoin goes one way and Litecoin follows sometimes. So now I can see right in there this graph, where I believe is that graph. So most likely is going to go up. Or that's what I would like to. So I'm gonna wait until it goes a little lower, and then I'm gonna buy 10 or so, and if it goes up to 50 and I bought 10, let's say if it goes to 45, right? If it goes to 45, which will be around here, and then it goes back to 51, which is something that has been doing lately, then I will make 6 times 10, $60. So that would be a good thing. Now let me tell you something about the Bitcoin price and stuff. Now let's go to the Bitcoin chart. Here it is. It was all the way up to $5,000 right up here. Right over there. And all this news from China came about. And that caused the market to drop. So what's going to happen next is that the price is going to go back up. And that's what I believe. So right now we're not in the downtrend. We're still on the uptrend. We just had this little news that affected what Bitcoin was doing, because look, we came from here all the way up here. Okay, so all in all, with all this bad news and all the other coins are down, we haven't seen Bitcoin dropping to 2,000 or 1,500 or $800 or stuff like that, right? So all that means is that it went down to 3,000, and 3,000 was already pretty high, because at the beginning of the year in February we were, let's see, where was this? Let's see. At the beginning of the year, here in February, the price was like $900. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't. It was like $1,200, and then had its little ups and downs, which is very normal. And then back in May, when everything started to go up, it went up to $1,500, and then it kept going up. We haven't seen those levels, and I doubt we'll see them anytime soon, because all this Bitcoin losing its market value is because of the China news. So what happens is people sell them, they get scared, and or the Chinese probably are trying to get the price lowered, and they thought they were gonna get it all even lower than that, but it backfired, because it didn't go lower. It kept steady at in the 3,000 range, and so if you notice, they keep coming up with new newses, but this new news that they're bringing up, it's not as effective to scaring people out as the very beginning, at the very first news. So so that's it. China has lost lots with this crypto market, because now it's supposedly heard Japan is taking over a lot of the Chinese market. So don't be scared. It's going back up. Okay, so hold onto your coins, and if you are able to sell and buy them when they're cheaper, do it. But there's a little problem there. When you sell them, you better know what the graphs are doing, because it can go up and never go back down to where you were. Let's say that you decide to sell it right here. Now let me show you something. I'm going to look at the setup that I have. So right now this chart says that it's on 40%. or close to 40%, the RSI, which is a relative something something, I can't recall. So the relative RSI, it says that it's near 40%, so it's below 50%. Now look at how this graph has been going up and down right here in the past, and how it goes down all the way up here and then it goes back up, right? Not always. For example, here it goes up here and it goes down. So this one looks like it's going down. So this price may be going down a little bit more. So let's say that it goes back here. So it's going to form probably a head and shoulders pattern, right? And then, or maybe a double top, or maybe something else. Maybe from here it turns up. So you got to be looking at this graph to see what this graph is doing. And if this graph tells you that, let's say, a good moment to sell your coins is when it's up here. And also you have to look at the sell orders to make sure that you're gonna sell and be able to go back in at a lower price. So the minute you see that there's lots of big orders right here very close, and there are not a lot of buying orders, then wait for someone to come around trying to buy a higher price maybe and sell to that guy, and then watch the price go down. So, but remember, you want to sell it when it's up here. Over 80 or around 80, over is better, because it's more likely to go down. Now if it's down here, you want to buy. So when the RSI is down there, you want to buy. Now maybe I shouldn't be saying this to you, huh? It's a secret. Oh well, I figured it out somehow, and then I'm gonna have to share. So, and then this MACD, it's like a confirmation kind of thing. So if you see this blue line that goes up as well, then as well as this going up, then that means that it's gonna go up. And also you look at the price charts and everything, and that's it, right? So those figures are very important. Now let's look at the 4-hour time frame, which means that each loose stick here is worth 4 hours. And this is not a very convincing flag right in there. Has to be green, just like this one, but on the top, without the little thing on top, without the little how would you call that thing, the little line that is on top. You want to have it all the way up green and the little flag down like that, like a little line down there. And you gotta match it with the volume. So the volume is the one down there, and that volume, if it goes up all green, then it's going up, my friends. And then you just wait until a confirmation and then start buying, so you can sell when it gets high up. So as a rule of thumb, when it gets up to like 10% of profit, just sell. Okay, don't worry if it goes a little bit higher. Why? Because the price goes higher, but who knows if there's someone to buy your coins at that price that went high. So at the higher price, meaning let's say that you have 10 coins that you want to sell, and the price went high because one person bought one coin at a certain price. See, that doesn't guarantee that there will be someone buying 10 coins at the higher price. So you sell when you get to a certain point, and then a good measurement could be 10 times or 10% what you bought it for. You sell it and then wait until it goes back down, so you buy it again. Okay, but so for now, don't worry about Chinese people. If they want to buy or no, very much their own little problem. And if they have the exchanges, yes, of course it's better if we have a lot more people buying. It brings the price up. but Chinese people didn't invent this thing, and this thing has been around for a while. So who cares? When they're ready to go back in and buy, good. If they're not, okay, goodbye. We don't care. And that's it. So end of story. So now my prediction. This looks like a little W right here. And that's what I thought I was going to be doing. Let me show you what the little W is like. Give me 1 second, sorry about this. Alright, that's not it. One more second. It's like, you know, I've seen this many times and everything, but I haven't really been able to master finding this thing quick enough. Oh, here, see, I've seen it all the time and I can't find it. So, alright. So look at this double. It's this W. Looks a little bit like the one in the chart. Like, goes down, right? And it has one head, one shoulder, head. But we needed another shoulder right here. Didn't form. It went up. And then it was going down. So, we'll see all those little chart tricks and see when it's going to go back up. But now you know not to worry about the Chinese people. Alright, so take care, and I hope you liked this video.